It was so interesting last night that Kamala Harris really focused on him as a coach. And it's almost like she's saying that that is a leadership position that translates. So you're the guy who was coached by him. Tell us how it translates.
Yeah, it absolutely translates. The speech last night reminded me like we were down by 6 going into the fourth quarter, and he's giving us a speech to like rile us up before we go out there and try to beat whoever it is. So when I hear those speeches, it really, really reminds me of Coach Walz. Tim was a great, relatable coach. Our head coach, a guy by the name of Rick Sutton, he was a real hard. He was a hard ASS. And Tim was the nice guy. Tim was the guy, he was always doing kind of a good cop, bad cop routine. And Tim was a good coach. So if you had an issue, you'd want to take it to Tim, Coach Walz first before you take it to Rick. And he'd give you a good idea of whether or not you should bring this to Rick.
What are the qualities that you saw as a student and as a player that translate for you where you say, I get why she picked him?
You know, one of the things in the classroom, I had him in 11th grade geography, is he always brought kids in. He'd never go to the front of the classroom and just give a lecture. He got everybody involved. And he was one of those teachers where you wanted to do well, not because you were afraid of a bad grade, but you wanted to do well because he really motivated you. He made you want to do a good job.
What kind of vice president do you think he's going to be?
I think he's going to be a great vice president. It's somebody he's a great messenger. Anytime you see him, even when he was a congressman, a governor, every time that you'd bump into him, just like at a coffee shop or something, or a bagel shop, I remember, it was never really about politics. You talk to him and he just talked to you as a human being. He's always asking, how's your family doing? And oftentimes when you see people reach that level of success, they almost become kind of larger than life. And he's never really done that. He's always really stayed humble and kind of stayed toward his roots in West Mankato.